Live from LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, or I mean, maybe I should say X instead of Twitter. It's Revening's Whiskey Wednesday. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday, Revenue Party people. Happy hump day to those of you in the comments. Ooh, dropping my mic here. Would love to hear from you. Remember, this party is only as fun as you make it, so please keep the energy high in the comments. Keep us engaged in what you're thinking. Let us know your questions throughout the show. Of course, check out reveting.com. As soon as you get there, you should get a pop-up to subscribe to the newsletter to keep up to date with all the different Whiskey Wednesday and other things that I'm working on here at Reveting. But of course, we've got prizes tonight. So these are the tags you'll want to be tagging throughout the comments, throughout the night to enter to win. So make sure that you're tagging Lavender, tagging Headset Advisor, and hashtag revenue. I'll show you why here in just a moment. So we've got some hot topics tonight. So we're going to be going over outbound strategies, social selling, video marketing, personal branding. So you're going to want to tune in and stay along because we've got Mandy McEwen. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. She was on in January and we're bringing her back and we're really lucky. And if you're not following her on TikTok, I'm telling you right now, go follow her because she is putting out really valuable content for free. And she's helping sales teams with LinkedIn. So she's doing really powerful things. And on top of that, we have Heather Frady joining us and helping us through these topics. And she's doing really great things with sales teams. And we're going to get to hear from her as well. But real quick, we've got the tip jar. Feel free to go ahead and pause. Would love a quick $5, $1. I know it's so fun to see that the audience appreciates me and, tips throughout the show. And of course, I'm a StreamYard affiliate. So if you like, my hair's looking a little messed up here, but if you like what you see here with all the different, camera angles and all the fun little transitions we'll have, I would love to help you with StreamYard. And so you can use this QR code. I'm a marketing affiliate, so you'll get a little bit of a discount. I get a little bit of a cut. Also, if you saw in the intro video, I'm doing coaching. Part of that is live stream coaching. So, would love to help you out. And I'm not wearing anything from Le Tote tonight, but usually I do, and it is a clothing app. I'm waiting for my next shipment right now. Can't wait. But you can use this QR code. It's clothing for women. It's curated for size and style. It makes my life really easy. And, here's a free Le Tote for you to check it out if you would like to. And a really fun announcement that I am so excited to make. I have a new partnership. Lydia Hutchison, hopefully she's here in the comments. Lydia, thank you so much. She's actually going to be joining me as a new partner. She's been helping me already with Whiskey Winsday sponsorships, and she's going to be appearing on Whiskey Winsday to help me out as a co-host. So Lydia is working on her course. She'll be launching here soon, and I'm excited to help promote that here on Whiskey Wednesday because she's going to be helping out a lot of different salespeople as she's already helped me out with your cold outbound email. And I know there's going to be more to come with what she's working on. So everyone, please tag Lydia Hutchison. Go follow her. I'm really excited to be able to work with her and to finally be able to announce this. So yes, thank you everyone. And if you're here, let us know where you guys are all tuning in from. I'm so glad to have you all here. What city are you in? Our guests are tuning in from some pretty awesome places, including Kona, Hawaii. So we'll get to hear from them here in just a second. And then, of course, I'm looking for sponsors, reveting.com/sponsorships to learn about the Whiskey Wednesday audience, to see if it aligns with your audience, because I would love to help promote your brand. And of course, I'm also working on coaching. As I was telling you, I'm helping people with their branding. It started off, with Reveting, with me doing LinkedIn services. Then I realized I want to just teach people how to do it themselves. And with that, LinkedIn at the end of the day is as a tactic. And so what I really help with is marketing strategy and figuring out what is your goal and who is your audience, and really breaking down the strategy, breaking down the technology, so we have all of our ducks in a row before we really go start building. And a part of that is your content strategy too, and coming up with your content pillars and what you want to be known for with your personal brand. So that's some of the stuff I'm working on. I did a masterclass today, so you can check it out at reveting.com/replay. It's only an hour long, but that sort of gives a high level overview of what I'm doing in my coaching program. But for tonight, when you tag Lavender, these are the prizes you're going to enter to win. So 1 year Lavender Pro. Now, this is an AI tool that I think most salespeople want. And I would, I like it. It's incredible. I know the people who are helping me use it. Lydia uses it. And so it helps with the tonality. It helps write personalized cold email. And it's a tool you're going to want to be using, because if you're not using AI, what are you really doing right now? And then this also comes with 30-minute cold email coaching with Lydia. And as I mentioned, she knows all about Lavender, but she also helps with a whole bunch of other tools. And right now, like I said, she's building out a course on cold outbound email. So there's a lot of stuff that she can work with you on this 30 minutes. And then you also get VA services. So check that out. Tag Lavender, blow them up. Let's spam them and enter to win. And then, of course, for prize 2, we've got tagging Headset Advisor to win a headset, and 30-minute cold call coaching with my homie, Tom Slocum. Go ahead and tag Tom Slocum in the comments too. Go ahead and spam him. Thank you, Tom, for always sharing your knowledge with the Whiskey Wednesday viewers and winners. And then finally, at the end of the show, I'll let the guests, Heather, explain this prize here. But it is Frontline Selling Swag Pack. And then also you're going to get some coaching time with Heather yourself. And you're going to see why here in just a moment, why you want that. But for next week, before we get into this, this is who we're bringing on next week. It's going to be a really great episode, and we have some really hot topics to get into. And so August 9th, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we have Adam J. and Claire Davis coming on the show. If you're not following them, search them on LinkedIn right now. Follow them. Also, please tag them in the comments and blow them up. Let them know the Whiskey Wednesday audience is excited to welcome them on the show. And oh my goodness, I almost tagged the Guru of the Week slide, but I'm going to hold that till the end of the episode. But for now, I am excited to introduce our guests for tonight. Welcome to the show, Heather and Mandy. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay, I'm so excited. Both of you come with so much expertise, and I'm just going to let you kick it away. Per usual, I'm going to put up our 2-minute clock. And Heather, if you wouldn't mind, could you please spend the next 2 minutes introducing yourself to the Whiskey Winsday audience and telling us your story?
Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Frady. I am Growth and Strategy Manager at FRONTLINE Selling. We are a lead generation company that helps our clients create brand awareness in the market. We work with them on creating messaging. Some of them need help identifying their ICP, and we help with market awareness, market intelligence, and helping them get market opportunities with their decision makers and their target market. So, I oversee a team of SDRs and work closely with our clients to strategize in their market and, work on ways to, I guess, get into the market and how they need to get through there.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Heather. And you didn't even use the full 2 minutes.
I know that's a lot of time to try to get through.
I was thinking that too. I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna keep it short.
Well, speaking of that, and Heather, tell us, where are you tuning in from?
I am not the one that's in Hawaii, unfortunately. I am based out of Atlanta.
Awesome. If anyone in the house in Atlanta, Hotlanta, let us know. Hey, Alexa, what's up? Pretty sure she's in Seattle. Would love to know where everybody else is if you haven't let us know. But Mandy, you are in Hawaii. Yes. So if you wouldn't mind, aloha, take up these next 2 minutes and tell us a little bit about you.
For sure. Hi, everyone. I see some friendly names in the comments, so thank you guys for joining. Mandy McEwen here, coming to you from Kona, Hawaii. I am the founder and CEO of Mod Girl Marketing, which is a digital marketing agency I started back in 2010. And I started a new brand, Luminetics, in 2021. And now I spend my days training amazing B2B teams on how to kick ass on LinkedIn, basically. It's the best job in the world. So I work with BDR teams, BDRs, SDRs, AEs, and even executive teams. And we help them do everything from establishing a personal brand, maximizing the potential of Sales Navigator, talking to people like real humans and not weirdos on LinkedIn to actually build quality relationships, and then helping executives grow their personal brands. So this is what I love. This is what I do day in and day out, and I'm super excited to be here. Well, hey, everyone in the comments.
Yeah, we're super lucky to have you. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Lindsay. Thank you all for being here. And we're going to try to make this as valuable as we can for our audience. So let's get right into it. I'm going to pull up our first topic here, navigating the organizational maze, Heather. So empowering strategic outbound strategies. Can you kick us off with this one?
Absolutely. So one of the big things that we hear from our clients, right, is, they're really trying to connect with their target audience. And, one of the things is trying to figure out how to connect with those people within these large organizations that they work at. So, how do you get in touch with these people? And we use a top-down approach. I know not everyone agrees with that. That's not going to work in every single industry, but we use a top-down approach, work with getting referrals. Typically, we utilize admins and we use them as our tour guides. And we're able to utilize conversations with them, do something called a disarm and disengage, maintain conversations, and get a referral to the key decision maker that is going to be the champion for our clients. So we set up that opportunity to connect with our client. Now, one of the things that we've uncovered, right, is, and it's well known, not everyone in your target audience is going to be in the buying stage. So there's the 95% of your audience isn't going to be in the buying stage. And then there's the 5% typically that is. So that's where we come up with the market awareness and the market intelligence. So we're able to get that back to our clients, and we're able to help them build a longer pipeline, right? So they're able to reach back out to those people whenever they know that they're in the buying process. On top of that, it's, training and empowering your team of, strategies of getting through and having that disarm and disengage, of working through those conversations, maintaining control of those conversations with specific ways of asking questions. It's not always about drilling in, and there's a lot of stigma around sales with it's just aggressive, but there's a way to maintain control of the conversation where you're not being demanding with getting the information, but still maintaining control. And then, again, when it comes to different industries and different verticals, your outreach is not always going to be the same, right? So it's identifying the best approach to the industry that you're in. Another piece of that is, what KPIs are you measuring? So, if you want to, if what you're doing isn't working, change one thing at a time. Do that one thing for 2 weeks. See if you're having any traction with that. If that's not working, change something else. Do that. Like, give it enough time to be able to measure that, so that you can actually action what's working and what isn't working. And then don't be afraid to adapt to change. Like, that's the biggest thing with it. The market changes all the time. So you cannot be afraid to adapt with change. And I think that, just at a high level, like, those are the biggest pieces of advice that I have as far as, with moving with the changing market and understanding outbound strategies. You're muted.
Muted. I said, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And in terms of navigating the organizational maze, Mandy, what would you add in terms of like empowering the team with outbound? I know you primarily focus on LinkedIn, but you're all around, extremely knowledgeable on all things marketing and sales. So what would you say about that?
I would just add the alignment aspect of this and getting everyone on the same page. So everyone's, marketing and sales, and everyone knows what the goals are and what is needed for outbound. What is needed from, like, let's communicate here. What are customers asking us? How can we weave that into our emails and our LinkedIn messages? And are the AEs communicating to the SDRs? And is marketing giving us what we need on our end? I feel like alignment and just communication from those teams is crucial, and team members.
Yeah. How do you go about creating that alignment, Heather?
It's all about communication. And that's actually a topic I was going to touch on the next topic that I was going to talk about. Is communication across the teams is crucial. And it doesn't matter which teams, it's communication in the organization as a whole, or any, outside, like vendors, third parties, like anyone that has a part of your business. It's incredibly important that you have open communication with them.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of our next topics, let's hop into topic 2. So Mandy, can you kick us off on social selling superpowers? We all need a little more social selling superpowers. If you're in the audience and you want to learn how to social sell, please put #social selling, because we want to hear from you and who else out there is trying to connect with buyers on LinkedIn. So Mandy, mastering connection building and personal brand amplification. Teach us what we need to know.
Teach us. Oh man, got a lot here. So first things first, when we're talking about alignment, we need buy-in at the top level. Like, you need your leaders to know and to see the value in social, right? Whether you call it social selling, whether you call it connecting, networking, it doesn't matter. But like, just the fact of, we need to invest time and resources into getting our people knowledgeable in social selling. Like, that's step number 1. And I'm still seeing this at the top level of leadership, that they just kind of don't 100% see the value in adding it to time blocking. This needs to be done every single day, right? So I'm going to say that first before I get into this. And then next, we need to focus on making our people not look lame on LinkedIn? Like first and foremost, like what does your profile look like? Because you cannot expect to do big things on LinkedIn, build real relationships, and drive pipeline if your profile looks like crap and you look like another lame salesperson, period. So don't even think about trying to learn all the tips and tricks in Sales Navigator and how to make content go viral if your profile looks awful, because no one's going to want to talk to you in the first place. So those are two things that seem obvious, but I wanted to call that out, right? So and a couple of things on your profile, just a couple of quick tips. I have a checklist that is free if anyone wants help here, but two things that I'm going to tell you right now that you can focus on, because we could go on all day about your profile, is your headline. So first thing first is make sure that your headline doesn't just state your job title, and it actually states what you do and the value that you provide. So we don't want to waste that real estate with saying that you're, a sales leader for an organization when you could literally say the value that you're bringing to people, like what it is that you do. It needs to be in your headline. And then you can put your job title at the end. That's totally fine. And then quick tip for everyone that you can do on your mobile phone right now that I still see so many people not doing is your name pronunciation feature. Let me know in the comments if you guys have this on your profile right now. Do you have your 10-second audio on your profile? Yes or no in the comments. If you don't, go to your mobile phone, pull up your LinkedIn mobile app, click the pencil like you're going to edit your name, and you'll see a little area to add your name pronunciation, but just obviously say your name, but also state a greeting like, hey, Mandy McEwen here. Thanks for talking about my profile. If I can help you with anything, let me know. That's like super basic, but that's what mine says. If you want to add in something else about what you do that, and then give them a call to action to connect with you. Those are two things that are super simple that y'all can do right now that will make you stand out from the majority of LinkedIn users. I have a lot of no's, but I'm going to have you guys chime in now.
Oh man, that was awesome. And I'm like, I think I'm guilty. I don't know if I have a pronunciation. I have a profile video, but I do. Thank you, Mandy.
Of course.
And put a 1 in the comments if you did have a pronunciation on your LinkedIn profile, and put a 2 in your comments if you're even like me and you didn't have a pronunciation in your LinkedIn profile. Would love to hear from all of you on where we stand with this. Heather, what's your take on all of it?
Yeah, I think I might need Mandy to do an audit of my LinkedIn profile because, and I just deleted my LinkedIn video like 2 weeks ago, and I found out the 26th.
They took them down.
They took it away. If you had an existing video, they let you keep it. But Mandy, I think it was actually your video that I saw that that told me about this. So I saw that on the 27th is when I saw that.
Oh no.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, so I'm gonna have to go and do this pronunciation thing before they take that away too. So
yes.
But yeah, I definitely am gonna check out your checklist because I think that my profile needs some help.
Definitely. And this is just step 1. Obviously, we have more to discuss here, but that's the most basic thing that I don't even want to give you guys the tips and tricks and not state that it is crucial that you have a badass profile, period.
Yeah. Well, tell us more, Mandy. Keep telling us on social selling, like how can we sell? So we've updated, we've optimized our LinkedIn profile. Now what do we do?
We build connections. So you need to be making friends on LinkedIn. This is a platform where anyone can blow up if they are strategic and they are giving with their engagement. So we have seen people go from hardly anything to big followings with big names because they are simply engaging on a consistent basis. And so what you need to do when your profile now is looking badass, you need to go and find badass professionals to connect with. You need to start engaging with their content, leaving comments, sending connection requests. So obviously you do this for prospects, but you also do this for industry leaders, and you get to basically become friends with everyone in your industry that is doing something on LinkedIn. And so this is what I call my friendly leader method. This is what I train sales teams on every single day. And essentially it's how do you make friends with strangers on LinkedIn? You become their friend. So in Sales Navigator, it's really easy because you can drill down and find people who are actively using LinkedIn. So these are the people that are posting at least once in the last 30 days. It's just a simple toggle in Sales Navigator that you can check to see these people. And then what you do when you have those ICPs built out, again, this could be anyone from prospects, potential partners, thought leaders in the industry, etc. You go and you engage with their content. You react, you like, you do the little clap, whatever you want. Then you leave a comment or two. You do this on 1 or 2 posts, 2 or 3, depending on how much they're posting. Then you wait a little bit till they see it. So either they react to your comment, they like it, but you know that they see it, or you wait. You know, if they don't do that, then you wait a couple days, then you send a custom connection request and you mention whatever it is that you engaged with. So, hey, Jesse, I loved your post yesterday on XYZ. Would enjoy connecting with you. Like super, super simple. But when you boost up people's egos, there's a 90% chance that they're going to say yes. And this doesn't just work on LinkedIn. It works on, I saw your tweet. I saw you in so-and-so's podcast interview. I saw you on this show. Great tip. So anytime that you can call out something that you saw them do or post and mention that in your connection request, that is an easy way for them to get to say yes. And then that's an easy way for you to start the conversation with them.
Which, speaking of, Mandy, I saw your TikTok and it is phenomenal. I love how you're traveling all over the world and you're sharing it with us. And when you share it with us, you're sharing knowledge about LinkedIn. And it's so great. Like this high vibe energy that you bring, you can find it anytime on Mandy's TikTok. So I just want to acknowledge you for that. Can you tell everybody how they can find you on TikTok or any other channels besides LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm pretty active. Mandy Mod Girl is my handle across all socials. So you'll see me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube with my shorts and my reels and whatever TikToks are called. TikToks? So yes, across everything, Mandy Mod Girl, and obviously on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and Heather, you're on TikTok too, right? You had one go viral here not too long ago.
I did. I did.
Girl. What went viral?
I do have a selling page that I haven't done very much with, but one on my personal page went viral. It was just something silly. So,
okay.
It's always the silly stuff that people just like grasp to, and then it connects them with you as a human.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Did that lead to any conversations for you?
No. I mean, that's just my personal page. So,
yeah,
I don't share that with a ton of people. But I do have my selling page that I haven't done very much with. So I need to get on that. Take a few notes out of Mandy's book there.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep us going. And please stop us in the comments if there are any questions. No, I thought they removed that, or was that video intro? Maybe he's talking about the pronunciation. So I think you can only access it from the mobile phone, right, Mandy?
Yeah, it's just mobile.
Yep. Okay. So you can't do it from the desktop. But we're going to be getting into this third topic here in just a moment, right after this quick message.
Hey there! In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a WordPress website using the Divi theme. So years ago, when I first wanted to build a website, I was so lost when trying to figure out what I needed, which settings were important, and what tools to use. I really wanted someone to walk me through step by step and to show me which buttons to push. I was able to find someone to support me through that, and I wanted to extend that same level of support to you to help you get started on the right foot. So in this video, we're going to go over how to connect your domain and hosting, installing WordPress, installing a premium theme that I love called Divi, and important plugins that I install on every single website, and then what settings to use for those plugins as well as the theme. So if at any point you're thinking to yourself, that'd be so cool if someone would just do this for me, you can just pause the video at that point and scroll down so you see my guided DIY package. And I'm happy to set all this up, plus assist you as you build your website.
Hi, I'm Valerie Christine, and I'm so happy to be here on Whiskey Winsday. I help women break free from stored trauma so they can be successful. If you've ever known how to do something, you had all the strategies, but you still weren't successful at it, it might be because of stored trauma. This can come up in the form of procrastination, self-doubt, people-pleasing, not having clear boundaries with yourself and with others. And often people look for the answer outside of themselves, but it's usually within. So if you're finding yourself struggling to succeed and you know what to do, you have a list of what to do, but you're just not able to get yourself to do it, reach out to me on Instagram at Heal with Valerie, and that's Heal with Valerie. I would love to talk with you and see in what ways we can support you to get to where you really want to be.
Awesome. Thank you to Brittany and Valerie. If they are here, I hope they will comment and speak up, or if you are connected with them, I hope you will tag them and give them some love. They both have great services to offer. But for now, let's get into topic 3, thriving. Oh, I had asked my last question, the ones and twos, just by the way, was about sales nav. And I believe what I asked was press 1 or tell us 1 if you had it and 2 if you didn't. So I am kind of curious. It kind of looks like we have mostly 2s. So mostly people are not using sales nav. I see some 1s. But I guess on that, since I had asked, Mandy, anything you want to tell everyone about sales nav? Like what would be the main reason? And you too, Heather, I don't know if you're actively using sales nav, but what would be your guys' main reason to maybe invest in sales nav?
If you are using LinkedIn for prospecting, it's a no-brainer, right? There's just things that you can't do with LinkedIn Premium or the free version of LinkedIn. So if you were spending hours a week using LinkedIn for prospecting, you need it just because you can build out really specific lists and get really granular in the companies, the people you're going after, the integrations. I mean, I literally spend weeks and weeks training teams on all the ins and outs of sales nav. So if you're using it for prospecting, LinkedIn, get sales nav. I have a 60-day free trial, by the way. If anyone wants it, send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll send it to you. Right now, you can get it for free for 30 days on their website, but I have a special link if you want to try it for 60 days. So just hit me up on LinkedIn and I'll send it to you.
That's amazing. That's huge. So if you are here in the Whiskey Wednesday audience, send Mandy a message. She can get you 60 days free to try it. Heather, why do you think they should take Mandy up on that? What's your main reason for using it?
Yeah, I mean, really, all the reasons that she said, the list building, the personas that you can build out, really, getting granular with your ICPs and research. Like we do a ton of research for our clients, and most of our clients are in different verticals. So, we have several of our SDRs are on different verticals, so like they can build those different lists for their different clients, and the filtering that you can do is incredible. Like it's never ending. You can just get really granular with your research.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. You may want to try that out. Send Mandy a message and test out Sales Nav. But let's shift into this third topic, Heather. Thriving in a shifting landscape. So lead generation and business development in an ever-changing market. What would you have to say to kick us off with this topic?
Yeah. So, the biggest thing is, just be aware of what's going on in the market. Like, what's changing, what can you do to change with it? But, with that, be responsible with what you're changing with it. Like I said before, if you're going to change something, make sure that when you change, you're changing it in, not fast enough. Like change it slow enough so that you have time to measure whether it's actually working or not. My rule of thumb is 2 weeks, right? So give something 2 weeks to work or to not work. And that way you actually have, those data points to actually look at and determine whether it's actually working or not. Once you determine whether it is or is not, at that point, you can either change that thing again, or you can change something else. And LinkedIn is a great place to, there's a ton of advice out there. You can, I say like follow 5 people that you align with, right? That, if you're looking to change something, look at the advice that they're giving, look at what they're offering to help with, try a thing or two. Also talk to your teams, I talk to my SDR team daily and I listen to their ideas. I just talked to one of my SDRs today and he told me that he's trying the, hey, this is a cold call. Give me 30 seconds to decide if you want to hang up or not. That is not something that we do. But I told him, I said, if you really want to try this, do it for 2 weeks. I want to know the results of what you're getting. So that's not something that we do, but I listen to my SDRs and I want that feedback from them. So, and it's because what he has been doing hasn't been working. So I'm going to let him do that for 2 weeks, see what he gets from that. And there's a lot of people out there on LinkedIn that say to do that, right? Like that's advice that they give. So that's their opener. And, I think that there's a lot of leaders out there that don't listen to their teams as much as they should. During our sales kickoff this year, we had like a town hall type situation. And we had the company ask the leadership team, what are some ideas that you guys have? The amount of feedback that we got from the company was incredible. And we've implemented a ton of the changes that they suggested. And all for the better. So listening to not just the leadership team, but everyone in your company, their ideas, because your SDRs, they're in the front lines of what the market is telling you every single day. And I think that that's really important to listen to. And then, another thing, something that I already touched on is don't be afraid of change. We're in the age of AI and automation. And Jesse, I think it was a few episodes ago, it was an episode about AI. And I can't remember who said it, but they said even with the overwhelming surge of AI, only 14% of people are actually using AI. Like with the amount that we hear about AI every single day, only 14%, guys, get on that. Like if you can implement AI or automation in a way that's going to help you work smarter and not harder, that's important. But also still have that human approach to your outreach and to your lead generation, because that's going to be a differentiator in the market. Like another point is, on LinkedIn, we see posts all the time about, I got this message and I can tell that it was automated. So that's another huge point, right? So that human approach is really huge, but if there's something that you can use AI for to help you work smarter, not harder, do it.
Yes, you're so right. And I mentioned on my masterclass today to figure out ways to use AI, but make it look like you don't. And that's what I like to teach in my class, especially like when you're using it to draft a post or use it more as inspiration, as a reference point. But you want to make it look like you're not using AI. And I think there are smart ways to do that. But no, I love what you said. And that ties right into a shifting landscape, because AI is changing things. And we work in SaaS, or, we work mostly with SaaS people, me too. So like we're used to people who are on the cutting edge with technology, but that's so interesting that you said 14% of people are using it, because we probably are that 14%. So like there's this whole world out there of people who are not using this that we can be exposing to it. So that's all really interesting. Anything you would add on the shifting landscape and, lead generation and biz dev and the ever-changing market, Mandy?
Yes, this is going to be a theme for me tonight. I'm going to go back to the top level leadership here. The reason that we are stuck in old school ways is because of leadership teams. So the reason that SDRs, BDRs, AEs, and marketers aren't using AI as much as they should be is because they're so busy trying to meet quota and do the things that their leaders told them to do that probably isn't working anymore. Blasting impersonal cold emails doesn't work anymore. Okay, so I just want to go back to everything that we were talking about here, and which is what you just mentioned. We need to change here. We need to iterate. We need to do what is actually working in the landscape. What even worked 2 years ago isn't working now. And so we need to come together and realize that, hey, we need to give our people different strategies, different tools, different ways to try new things, right? So I love what you mentioned about how you are talking to your SDR, right? And he's trying something new and he's giving it 2 weeks because what he was doing wasn't working. We need to be talking about these things and trying new things and be more open to that. So I love that you mentioned that.
Yes. And I think it's interesting that you said cold email and these things don't work anymore, because I've seen cold email work. It's a very small percentage. It does take, quite a bit of blasting to get that small, 1% reply rate.
It works when you're good. Like when you use Lavender and you customize it and you personalize it. It works great. But the problem is there's a very small percentage of people doing that. You know what I mean?
Right?
They're just doing the old school, let's throw it into our sequences where it's not personalized at all. And let's just keep sending the same crap to the same people. And that doesn't work. Like strategic email marketing works, using tools like Lavender, using personalization, that still works, you know, but we've all seen it. Look at your inbox. How many people are actually doing that and even using video, which we're going to talk about here in a second, you know? It's a very small percentage.
Oh my gosh, it's so true. And, you know, it's funny that you say it's the old school tactic, because that's really, I feel like, just nails it right on the head. Like, old school, they didn't have social media, right? So we see this quality with social media that it's been hard to sort of convince these, I don't want to say older generations of, but the powers that be. So, like, can we just talk about that for a quick minute? Like, how do we move past that? And in the meantime, I'm going to apologize. I accidentally X'd out of prize 2. So if you still want to win that headset, you guys are going to want to re-enter Headset Advisor, even if you already entered it. So I apologize. This was my human error. It's a URL that I have pulled up. But yeah, if you could please in the comments put Headset Advisor to enter to win the headset and the 30-minute cold call coaching with Tom Slocum. We have 11 entries on Lavender and 8 entries on revenue and 1 entry on Headset Advisor right now. But I apologize for that. So please re-enter to win. But Mandy, back on that, could you please let me figure out, do you remember my question to you?
Yeah, it was for both of us. I think it was.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna have Heather answer this because she's, you know, I'm the entrepreneur that's working with these teams. Heather's actually in it. So I wanted to see Heather's take on how do we get leaders to change? I think that's what she asked, right? Like, how do we get leaders to step up and realize that we need to make some changes? How do we get them to realize that?
Yeah. So I'm a very open communicator. For me, it's all about communication, right? But then it's the question of how do you get people to listen?
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
So I think it's a bigger conversation. I think you just have to keep having those conversations, and it's tough, right? If you don't have a leadership team that's willing to listen, you have to keep just pushing.
Yeah, and I think data points too, right? Like there's more and more data that's coming out. Like
Right.
I use it in my training all the time, right? Like when the proof is there and it's like, hey, 90% of people are saying that this actually works,
Mhm.
that they're using social for sales, they're using video to sell. And like we have those facts, not that works on every leader, but at
Yeah.
least we can say like, and then point to use cases, like, look what this team is doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
look at the
Well, I
landscape.
mean, yeah. And the data point is a huge factor, right? Because it's not just about the data itself. Like you can absolutely pull ROI from data. You can pull, you know, KPI is another one, like different types of metrics that matter to different types of people. It's all in the data, you know,
Yep.
and I'm like a huge proponent for data. You know, I think that's huge. So it's
and also what your data is currently, like, is what you guys are doing, is it working, right? Like look at the outbound numbers, look at the marketing numbers that actually like convert, the MQLs that convert to SQLs. Like are they actually converting into paying customers? Like, are you wasting money on paid ads, which a lot of people are, you know? Like look at your own data and look at the numbers, and it's probably pretty weak. Like you could probably see some room for improvement. Insert social selling, video, AI, like the things that are actually working now, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
I'm curious for both of you, still on this topic of like sort of generational differences with selling, hence social selling. What I've found to be sort of roadblockers is, you know, we were saying like old school methods. Well, a lot of the times the old school people would be okay with it and would be encouraging of what I was doing, but it would be the younger people who had been trained and had all this bad information about old selling tactics who were sort of hard to convince. And they were at the manager level and even the VP level who, you know, they're hard to convince that like, it's okay to post on LinkedIn and like to be your authentic self. And that helps your business, that your employer inevitably. Like, what would you say to those sort of mid-career individuals?
It's really tough because I am so fortunate to work for a company where like our CEO encourages us to post and build a personal brand. And like I just am very lucky, to be in that position. It baffles me when I see people talk about not being able to openly post on LinkedIn. Like that's just mind blowing to me just because I've never been in that situation. It's a missed opportunity. Like just point blank, it's a missed opportunity for you to build a more, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. Build your brand in a more organic way. That's the word I was looking for. Organic. It's a huge missed opportunity.
Well, that's where we're going.
Mhm.
Like organic, dark social, like this is the way everything is going. If you've noticed, if you've been living under a
Yes.
rock, if you haven't noticed, so your brand is going to be left in the dust if you don't start capitalizing on the power of your team's personal brands and social, because this is how people buy. The buying cycle has completely changed. People buy now from word of mouth and friends and social media. And we trust people that are posting on social media, that are helping us, that are providing insights for free. Those are the brands that we trust. We don't trust the people that are blasting impersonal emails and in-mails and cold calling without intent. We trust the people who are doing something to give back to the community and building a community of leaders that people look up to and trust. That's what works, period. You can get me on a soapbox now and get fired up going on this.
Well, so Sean says, Heather, just go rogue. Do whatever you think needs to be done. Your boss will get over it.
My boss will let me do whatever I want. How's that? I think he might be here. I'm not sure. Patrick's got my back.
Surround yourself with people who support being your authentic self. Build barriers to the naysayers. With a strong brand, you'll be okay. Cast fear aside.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes, let's go. Let's get into this fourth topic. I have to admit, okay, what was that, Claudette? Can we pull? I have to admit, I struggle with openly posting. Love what I'm learning from Jessie to evolve and grow. Oh, thanks, Claudette. So people who are struggling to post, real quick, what would both of you say in 1 minute or less to people who are struggling to post?
Go ahead, Mandy.
Okay. Yeah, learn from people like Jessie and people that you like. Save their post on LinkedIn. One of the quickest hacks to start posting your own content is to start leaving meaningful comments first. So what you want to do is try to leave 5 meaningful comments per day. And by meaningful, I mean like more than 2 or 3 lines. Then what you do is you take those comments that you're leaving on people's posts that are relevant to your industry, your specialty, and you take all those comments that you leave and you copy and paste them into a document. Then when you're ready to write content, you go back to that document and you look at, okay, what did I comment on in the last week? Oh, look, these are 2 posts that all I have to do is build them out a little bit more and bam, you have posts. So that's like the quickest way to do it. And then also just document what you learn on a daily basis. Like we are learning constantly as humans. We are learning even when we're outside on a walk, something pops in our head, when we're talking to people. Like there's constant lessons that we are learning every single day. Those are things you can share easily. So those are just a few ways.
Oh, I love that. And what would you share, Heather?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. To everything that she just said, I have an entire notebook just full of ideas of LinkedIn posts. Everything from like personal stories to business stories. An example, one of my favorite, most recent, Regina Hirsch. I don't know if she's still here, but she was here earlier. She had a live dialogue on the phone the other day and was talking to a VP of sales. And he said to her, "Are you going to offer me Grove cookies for a meeting?"
Amazing.
I've been meaning to post about that conversation. But like, it just literally like your day to day. Today, for instance, I had meetings all day long. And at the end of the day, I realized I hadn't charged my laptop at all. I posted about my laptop still being at 12% at the end of the day. Like it's the dumbest thing, but it was something that made me super happy. And I was like, why not share this with the world? Let me tag Apple.
I love it. That's perfect.
That is so perfect.
Yeah.
That's all really helpful. And people are like, this is awesome advice. So thank you so much for just taking a quick minute to share those tips. Before we get into this fourth topic, which is lights, camera, action, video prospecting, and marketing mastery. If anyone is interested, I do video clips like as a service. I have this thing where it's like $350 a month and I will give you 20 clips. I just do like an onboarding and we figure out a process of how I'll get the raw video from you. But like I do that because I found that with personal branding, video clips were really helping people. And it wasn't for impressions or reach, but it was really for engagement and quality sort of conversations with your audience. So I'm going to hand this over to Mandy in terms of lights, camera, action, and video prospecting. Mandy, what can you share with the Whiskey Wednesday audience?
Yes, video is amazing. And there are not enough people that are capitalizing on the power of video. So I'm going to focus on video prospecting right now because I feel like this is easier for people to do. And it ties to immediate results, right? And we could talk about the actual social public videos if we have time. So 70% of sales pros report that video outperforms text-based email. And the same goes for LinkedIn messages. So I like to use video in a lot of my buyer's journey. So from prospecting, sending videos cold even. After I send a proposal to someone, send a video reviewing what we talked about, or after a call. When I'm following up with someone, maybe someone ghosted me after 2 weeks and I can't, I send them a proposal, we talked about it and haven't heard back. I send a video message checking in. And guess what? Everything always outperforms anything else I do. And so there are not enough people that are leveraging this right now. There are plenty of tools out there. My favorite one that I use is called Magnify, but there's Vidyard, obviously there's several other, but you guys need to try to incorporate video into your prospecting efforts because there's only a small percentage of people that are doing this. And even if your prospect's not interested, I guarantee you they will appreciate the effort that you put into it. And what's cool when you use tools is like they'll get a little preview, like in the LinkedIn message, like they can see me like waving, right, or being a dork with my little shaka and just trying to get their attention. You can like write their name if you want, but it's personalized videos. That's the key. Don't do the videos where it's like the AI like over their name. Have you guys seen that, Heather or Jesse? Have you gotten a video ever where like they change your name with AI and it's obvious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? It creeped me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I don't like the ones with like the chalkboard or like the
That
whiteboard.
too.
I'm kind of over that.
Yeah, no, because it's the same video. Like they don't.
What do you mean when you say personalize your video?
I mean, like legit. If you were my prospect, Jesse, I'd be like, hey, Jesse, I was just on your profile. I absolutely love your content and what you're doing with Whiskey Wednesday. That is so awesome. By the way, if you ever need anyone to help you with your clients' LinkedIn profiles, I would be happy to help. Actually, I would love to hop on a call with you if you have time sometime. If you have time sometime.
Oh my God,
okay,
brilliant.
whatever. I wouldn't say that, but you get my point, right?
And I'd be like, okay.
Right?
Yeah, girl.
Let's, let me know. But here's another one, like another quick little template you can use. If you guys don't use video in email and LinkedIn, try the LinkedIn voice notes too. Like if you want to like ease your way into video, the LinkedIn voice note feature is awesome. Again, you can only do this on mobile, but it can kind of get your feet wet. But something, a template that you could use that I've heard from, I think it was Holly Allen, who's amazing, by the way. Go follow her if you're not already. She mentioned that she says something like, hey, Jesse, great to connect here. I'm Mandy McEwen at Luminetics. We help sales teams become badasses on LinkedIn. You're probably going to tell me that your team is already full of LinkedIn superstars. And if that's the case, awesome. If not, and this voice note or this video has piqued your interest, I'd love to have a chat. Like something super simple, like introduce yourself, mention something personal about the person. And then if you can mention something about their content or whatever, and then be like nonchalantly, this is what I do. You're probably going to tell me you have it all covered. That's cool. But if not, and you want to chat, let me know, right? Like something super lightweight like that you can do in a voice note or a video that works really, really well. And what's crazy about this is even if they're like, I'm not interested, a lot of people respond because they appreciate the time that you put into either the voice note or especially the video. Like video crushes it, of course. So if you guys aren't trying this, like try it and let me know what you think, because I have seen amazing results and so have my clients. And there's not enough people doing this because people are taking the lazy route. So when you actually make everything hyper personalized to that specific person, it works. And they're going to remember you, even if they're not ready to buy right now. I promise you, they will remember you when they're ready.
What would you add to that, Heather?
Yeah. So one, Mandy, if you're sending video by email, how are you making sure you're not going into spam?
It's the link.
It's the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we mainly do it. I prefer doing LinkedIn message, honestly, but
Yeah.
like using a tool. Like I prefer using tools to do this, you know, like
Yeah.
don't like send an actual native video in an email.
Right. Yeah. So I have certainly done video outreach. I've done it through LinkedIn primarily because I don't want to land in spam through email.
Yes.
But if I have done it through email, it has been previously through like for a reconfirmation for a meeting, right? So I'll send it as my reconfirmation. Hey, it's Heather. Looking forward to
Perfect.
talking with you tomorrow morning. Wanted to put a face to the name before we hop on a video. So I did that when I was still doing inside sales. And then for the voice note, I will say, if you guys have not used voice note, you cannot edit it. So once you stop hitting record, it sends and you can't edit it. So
you can drag down if you don't like it. You can like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can delete it if you don't like it. But yeah, I mean, you can't edit it, but you can like, I think it says release. Sometimes, girl, I accidentally hit release more than I hit send. And then I'm like, damn it. I just had this awesome 60-second voice note and I accidentally deleted it.
That is funny. I didn't know that was an option. I've sent a few voice notes, but since I didn't realize that you could release it. But yeah, that's definitely something that I need to do more. I don't do a ton of prospecting anymore, but the SDR team does. So might get them on that. Let's do a video, guys.
Let's see what Lydia says. She says, I also like asking if you can send a video as a CTA. 1, it gives them control. 2, it is a soft CTA. 3, it gets a reply.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I love that idea. Yeah.
Good
Definitely.
stuff.
Definitely. And I also, one more tip, I think it was from James Buckley when I was just on their show, but he doesn't even say why he's reaching out to people. He literally just sends a video message and he's just like, hey, Jesse, Mandy here. How you doing? You probably don't receive video messages very often. So here I am just saying hi. Would love to take this off this conversation and actually, you know, make an actual conversation happen. If you're interested in that, let me know. And like, he doesn't even say what he's doing and he crushes it with that.
That's
just
amazing.
a simple intro. Because if you have a badass LinkedIn profile, it does all, you don't even have to say what you do because then they're going to be like, who the hell is this person that wants to talk to me? Why are they so friendly and happy? Like, what is going on here? You know?
Yeah.
And then they go and look here, like, oh, sure, I'll talk, you know, and he's like, you would be shocked how many people I get to actually respond to me. So it's all about testing and it's your market too. Obviously, everyone responds differently.
Yeah.
That's all good stuff. Such great information. If anyone in the comments has any questions, please plug it in. Could you video email after they have opened a few emails from you?
Definitely. Yeah, that would be even more amazing because they're kind of warmed up, you know?
Yeah, Lydia says, and they'll have context. All good stuff. Well, we have some prizes to give away and the guru of the week. Ooh, ooh. So we got to keep this conversation rolling. And of course, after the show is the after party on Google Hangout, where I hope you can come and join me and the guests if you guys are willing to stay out for a little longer. So we've got the guru of the week really quick before we get into the prizes to give people a few more minutes to enter to win. So just FYI, we have 11 entries with Lavender. We have 9 entries with #revenue. And we have 7 entries with Headset Advisors. So go ahead and try plugging in one more time. Even if you think you already did, put yourself in there again to enter to win. But for Guru of the Week, do you both remember who we chose or who you both chose? Because you both agreed on this person. And I also celebrated it. So I'm going to do drum roll, Guru of the Week. Ooh, this is a big one. And I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Heather, Mandy, who is the Guru of the Week?
Riley.
Yes. Riley. Blaisdell. If you are not following him, go follow him. He supports a whole bunch of people. He has supported me. He once sent me chocolate covered strawberries and roses. And I was extremely grateful because I needed them in that moment and he knew it. And so that's why when you guys brought him up as Guru of the Week, I was extremely excited. But what made you both choose Riley as Guru of the Week?
So
Riley, go ahead, Mandy.
No, I was going to say, remember earlier when I mentioned that there's people that have started from nothing to being known on LinkedIn? Riley's a prime example just because he gives back.
I thought of him as soon as you started going into that dialogue. He's the epitome of that for sure. Riley's like the cheerleader for everyone on LinkedIn.
100%.
Mhm.
Yep. And that's just proof that, like, with engagement and spending time building relationships and engaging and supporting people, you can be connected with some pretty amazing people and do some big things. So he's
And you're going to make a name for yourself. Like Riley. If I hear the name Riley, I'm immediately thinking of him.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
And the little rhinoceros, like,
yes, the chubby unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley is just simply the best. So if you guys are not following him, please go follow him. And if you are, tag him in the comments right now so others can find him. Spam him a little, give him a little love. He'll see all these mentions from Whiskey Wednesday. But this has been a really fun episode. If there's any questions we haven't gotten to, feel free to plug them back in. And let's see, did we get any more entries? We still have 11 on Lavender, 7 on Headset Advisor, and 10 on Revenue. But really quick, I'm going to show again what these prizes are, just as a quick reminder. Prize 1, Lavender, this is what you're entering to win. Prize 2, Headset Advisor, this is what you're going to get if you win. Prize 3, Heather, can you tell our audience a little bit about Prize 3?
Yes. So Frontline Swag Pack, just like what it sounds like, you're going to get some swag from Frontline Selling, some branded stuff. It'll be coming through the mail. And then personal coaching with me, and we can cover really any topic that you want. It can be lead generation, prospecting, any type of coaching that you want to do. Really business related, anything that you want to cover. I'll give you 30 minutes of my time, which is very valuable, right? By the way, that my time is a very hot commodity these days.
It really is for all of us, especially when we need to be setting boundaries so that we can go accomplish more and work ourselves out of our role and continue to delegate so we can climb and do more things.
Yes.
So we've got to set those boundaries, but let's give away these prizes. Thank you everybody for your kindness who has given away. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll start with prize 1, which was Lavender. And there are these 11 entries. Here we go. Who's the winner? We've got Alexa, Melissa, Claudette, Mark, Perry, Cindy, I saw you, Sherry, Lindsay, Mark, Lindsay, Carla. Congratulations, MFA. You are the winner of prize 1. I am going to add a link here. So if you win, please claim your prize by filling out this form. So once you send us your email, then we can connect you with these brands. So I just put that on all of the channels for claiming your prize. So if all of our winners tonight can fill that out. That was prize 1. Congratulations, Lindsay. We'll be in touch after the show. Let's go ahead and do prize 2. Here we are. It is Headset Advisor, 7 entries. Who's it going to be? Claudette, Brittany, Topher, Alexa, Regina, Topher, Claudette, Topher. I feel like this might be like the 4th week in a row that Topher has won, which is just wild. He is extremely lucky. Topher, congratulations. And actually, Topher, we already have your information. And if you have the headset, Topher, or the cold call coaching with Tom already, you can give that away to someone else. So I'll connect with you after the show, and let's give away prize 3. Hashtag revenue. Who's it going to be? There are 10. Topher, Mark, Claudette, Marissa, Claudette, Mark, Brittany. Congratulations. Brittany, I'm so excited for you. You have won the prize from Heather. So thank you so much for your time. But let me get this music up so you can hear me. Thank you, Erica. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for such a great show. If anyone, again, in the comments has any more questions, otherwise, we'd love to have you just bring them over to the after party. I'm going to plug that link here in the private chat for our guests just to make it easier for you. I know it's late, but if you can join us, it would be awesome. plugging the after party link on all the social platforms here so everyone can join us. The link is the same every week. But before we go, Mandy, where can our audience reach you if they want to connect with you after the show?
I wonder. Probably LinkedIn. LinkedIn would be the best. My name, Mandy McEwen, LinkedIn. But you can find me on all the socials, but obviously follow me on LinkedIn, hit me up there, send me a message, and I'll send you my link for 60 days of Sales Nav, and you can check it out.
Awesome. So kind. And how about you, Heather?
LinkedIn, Heather Frady. It's the best place to connect with me online.
I love that. And I see something about Make-A-Wish trip. So that is amazing. And I have to check out these comments afterwards. But will both of you be able to join to the after party at least for a little while?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, then you heard that. The guests will be joining us there. I'm going to be closing us out here, and I will meet you all over on Google Hangout. So thank you, everyone, for your time tonight. Happy Wednesday. And until next week, I'm going to close this down.